Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Colourful Conversations with myself, Jas and Akshi. We have with us a very beautiful, talented, and a lovely artist all the way from India. Her name is Sonia, and she is a watercolor and gouache artist. So we're going to bring her on now so we can speak to her about her art journey.
Hey,
Hi,
welcome
Hi
to
Jas,
Sonia.
hi Akshi.
hi, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Um,
I'm honored to be here with you guys.
Yay.
Great, and so we're going to start off as per usual, as everyone would like to know about your art journey. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I have always been more on the creative side, never really the studious sorts. So I would prefer being on the back bench, doodling around whatever the teacher is saying, or getting bored in the lecture and doodling whatever she was doing. So, yeah, but because I had that flair, my mom also always encouraged me. So every year I would learn a new art form. So during the vacations, I would learn a new art form. So I've covered at least 10 to 12 art forms. And then things kind of, you get into studies and leave all this behind. So finally, I got a chance to reconnect with art again about 2 years, 2.5 years back. So yeah, that's how it's been on and off, but it's a very important part.
Of course.
That's great. I mean, as an artist, you never lose touch with your artistic side, no matter how long you leave it for. I feel when I stopped, I think I stopped for 7 years before I picked up my paintbrush again. So
Wow.
I think if you have the artistic thing in you, you can never let it go, right?
That's true.
Yeah, it's in our blood then eventually.
That's it. That's it.
Things have a way of coming back to you.
True, true.
So, Sonia, what is important to you as an artist?
Well, as an artist, it is important for me to be inspired, for it to create happiness, and actually not just happiness, something that I'm feeling, to be able to put that up in paints and colors so that
True.
it connects with somebody and it kind of becomes their companion.
That's really true.
That's
That's very well
that's
put.
true. And do you conduct workshops? And if somebody wants to enroll, how would they want to join?
So up till now, I've had only one. I did a mandala workshop, and I do those through recorded links because it's not possible for me to give live workshops, as in whatever online live workshops. So I do them with pre-recorded links, and then I have like a Q&A session every day with the participants. So if anybody has to get in touch with me, they get in touch with me through DM, and then whenever I am hosting a workshop, I just let them know.
That's good. I guess
Like,
that's
I'll,
the
I'll
that's the way
I'll
to go.
I'll stop you here. Just want to know with respect to when it comes to pre-recorded, like because I also conduct, and I actually have a lot of people who come and say like, no, we would still want a live one. Like pre-recorded is not something like it doesn't feel real, and it's
Correct.
something like so I mean, do you have you faced these kind of things as well, like people saying and not registering because of that?
Honestly, no, not up till now, because
Okay.
it kind of gives them the opportunity to do it at their own pace and watch it however many times. And then, like I said, I do have a Q&A session with
Correct.
them every day. So if
Correct.
it's a 4-day workshop, I have like every day I have a Q&A session with them, which is about an hour's time. So it can, of
Okay.
course, go on for longer. I give them as much time as they need, but say about an hour's time,
Okay.
usually,
Nice.
yeah.
So, what is your favorite art form? What do you love painting or drawing or doodling?
Painting, of course.
So,
doodling was Doodling went along, like I said, with school books because that's all
mhm.
we could do at that time. But yeah, painting, of course, like I said,
As in
colors.
painting, what do you like painting? Do you like painting landscapes, floral,
So
seascape?
mostly I connect with animals because the eyes, somehow I do manage to put in life into the eyes, and I feel that the eyes speak, but it also comes and goes. Like right now, I'm doing landscapes, and I never thought I would do landscapes. So whatever connects with me in a certain period in my mindset. So currently, I'm doing landscapes, but if given time and like we've spoken about the Instagram algorithm, the dear algorithm, if it gives us time to uh, what do you say, make your masterpieces as per your own pace. I would love to do animals, but landscapes also give me a lot of peace and joy. So it's more to do with what gives me peace and joy at that time.
I really loved your last two that you've posted on Instagram. It's so detailed, and you have so much patience because there's a lot of green in that painting, but it's so beautifully done.
Thank you so much.
They're actually like different kinds and shades of green in that, and that has created like the depth, and it's just so nice.
It's a beautiful shade to work with. It's a really beautiful shade to work with. Like I said, it gives you so much calm and serenity.
You're actually the first one who I've seen work so much with green. That color green.
It used to be blues before this.
So like blue in a way, I think is very common, blue, yellow and red amongst artists, but doing greens, I've rarely, because see, eventually green is something that you connect only with plants, like, greenery and plants, and everything else you are like, yeah, it can go in this also, it can go in a landscape, it can go in a galaxy, it can go in anything, like all other colors. So green, and like recently your page, I'm like, wow, like, and different shades and different depths to those colors you've given, it's too good. And gouache is what you've worked with, right? In these.
Yes, I've recently moved to gouache, and I honestly don't regret it. But like, there are things that you start doing, and you're like, why didn't I do this earlier? What was missing? Why didn't I do this earlier? So it's been like that with gouache. Like, I enjoyed watercolors, so I have been with watercolors mostly in the last 2 years, and I've only moved to gouache in the last 2 months. So I got my good supplies also in the last 2 months. Before that, it was acha, I was mixing white with the watercolors and just doing a makeshift job. So
Gouache is very similar to acrylics.
Acrylics, yes.
Yeah, it's just that acrylics are very pigmented. When they dry, they're brighter and darker. But with gouache, sometimes you feel like they're not as vibrant.
It's different shades. It can be brighter also. It can dry like in a more dull shade also.
It's like a matte effect that gouache gives.
Is there an art form or an art medium that you find difficult to do or use?
Not really difficult, I would say. But it really tests my patience is working with oil. So I do
it's the easiest.
They're the easiest, but it really tests my patience. So you do one layer and you wait for 3 days. So if you don't have the patience and you end up like putting the brush over there and that gets spoiled, then you again work on that. So it kind of tests my patience, but otherwise there's no medium as such which I would not want to work with. This is
an art form like portraits or landscape. Not landscapes you do, but anything else that you find difficult to do or challenging?
Portraits, and in particular the lips region. So this question, if I have to do, I'll ace it. If it comes to this, so I can probably wear the burqa, like the one that you did.
But you know what? Now there's the mask season, so you just put a mask over it.
And it's here to stay for some time. So that works.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So that's all the questions from me.
Thank you.
So that's all about Sonia. And now we're going to know a little word association, what she thinks about particular words that we have for her. The first word that comes to your mind is what you have to tell us. And you have nothing more than 5 seconds. And so let's go. Let's ask you a few words. So your first word is expensive paints.
All of them. Like, okay, I would want to buy Nikkar poster colors. They're supposed to be the most expensive ones.
Okay then. Natural light.
Difficult in Bangalore.
Okay. Okay.
It's the same here.
Adding details to painting.
Peace.
Colorful and vibrant.
Galaxies.
Ah, commissioned artwork.
Cha-ching.
And art as a profession.
Um, Something that you should do. I don't have a word for that.
And motherhood on a daily basis.
Challenging but fulfilling.
Yes, you did good. You did amazing, Sonia. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank
Hey.
you so much, Sonia, for joining us today on our chat with Colourful Conversations with Akshi and myself. And it was nice to have an insight on your art journey, and I hope our viewers find it informative and find some kind of tips and tricks on how you do your work. And also, check out Sonia's Instagram page. She is a beautiful and wonderful artist.
Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us. And do subscribe, like, and comment in the comment sections below. And we all have our Instagram pages and our YouTube pages links in the description below. Do follow all of us. I'm going to brag on myself too. We all have amazing pages and artwork for all of y'all and tutorials as well. So see you all soon and on our next episode. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Sonia, for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Bye,
Bye.
girl.